All right. What happens if I make it like the cog looks like it's turning all the time? What happens if the cog moves? Nothing, it just moves regularly, okay. Yeah, sure, I'll look in Alex. Hey everyone. Clearly I need something to cross the bog for me, and it needs to be on move, because like that's the only way I can do it remotely, but I don't see how I can collect anything from over there. New hair and style? No. This is just like I don't have it tied behind. Like that's just how it looks like if I have it open. It's because I just showered half an hour ago. Because if I have it tied back while it's wet, it just takes a whole lot longer to dry out. What happens if I let the robot run into something at a stop? Say here it's between the cog and the pipe, both of which are stopped. That's just when it turns around, okay. isn't push, right? Hmm. Whoops. Oh no. That was a mistake. The problem is I can push it, but the robot can push it too. Like if I wanted to move it over here. Interesting. So if I push on it on this cycle, like the robot can just warp through it. All right, see ya, Sherlock. I'm not loving this. Yeah, basically nothing interesting is happening with these rules until I can figure out how to get some of these words from the right side over the blog. But I don't see how to do it. Because to cross the bog, the robot needs to be moving horizontally. But if it's moving horizontally, I don't see how to pick up anything, and I don't see how to make it turn around while I'm on the other side either. One thing I can do is I can make myself have two robots. I'm saying cogs robot. No, don't see how that helps, but it's something I can do. What happens if I do this? That's 3 tiles wide. I can have First I need the cog to be pushed. Robot is push. Actually, I need the end. Both the cog and robot need to be push. No, wait, they don't. I need cog as push. And robot as move. First, I need to position the robot first. So, robot is push. Cog is where I want it. Now, cog is push. Robot is move. Then the robot can push the cog over on the other side. Probably bad row that I chose to put it. Actually, let's just reset this. So cog is push first. Put it up into this row. Over here, say. Robot is push. Put the robot there. Cog is push. Make the robot move. Now cog is not push anymore, it's stop. Actually no, make the cog, at this point make the cog be robot. Fortunately, it's looking in the wrong direction. That didn't help at all, really. What help? What happens if I say robot is stop and move? I have no idea what that will mean rules-wise, so let's figure out. If it means something, I don't really see. Like if that does anything fancy, I don't see it. my plan was to get something over there on the other side. That could push the wind, say, down. No idea. For those who watched yesterday, though, I did finally solve like 2 puzzles I was stumped with. Well, I was stumped with this one, and then the one after. Hi, 8th Mage. So like this one I finally figured out. So I had basically all the right idea worked out that you need to get something in the room below here with the crabs before you make crab's defeat, and then you can win. The place I was stuck was like, oh, like I can get the rock there, but I can't get anything out unless I push it one step further. That is in fact not true, because once I break the rock's push here, like rock is just something that's in that tile, but I can still move there. So the rock isn't actually blocking me from going there. And I can just use that to grab these words. No problem. So that was the main thing I was missing. Make rock me. And now I'm back to BaBa. Actually, I could probably do this a bit simpler than I originally did. So I can make BaBa push. This is annoying. The positioning of this is not cool. Alright. Rock is push right now, I don't care. Now BaBa is push. Oh, I need to move this one over, or else I'm screwed. Hey BaBa! Move BaBa to the flag, which right now is defeat. But I can change that now. Now crab is defeat. And flag is win. Now I just need to make BaBa me again. And I win. So that was the first one I was missing. That was fundamentally just that as soon as the rock is push rule is broken, I can just stand on that rock and move stuff. And then the second is just variant of the puzzle. In this case, you have to make the crab's defeat to be able to do anything. Like that's just no getting around that. Same idea, you can stand on the rock and move that around here. And what was the trick here? We just get the words out since I'm gonna want them. I believe I want them. Make the rock me. rock out. Now I'm BaBa again. I have to make the rock push. Ah, I remember what the idea here was. Yeah. We'll do that slightly differently. So in this one, I'll need the is later. Bad positioning on my part. Let me. So I want the is. That will be important. BaBa is you, rock is push. Unfortunately, the rock is kind of awkward there. So, okay. It's actually really awkward with the rock there. Whoops. God damn it. That's not supposed to be the hard part of the problem, getting the rock out. Just do this. Screw it. Alright. Rock is push. And now the rock is still super awkward. God damn it. Alright. Finally I have the rock where I need it. And then the idea was to get the rock here. The is right next to it, and then use the is to push the rock past the crab. And then I can just make the rock me and win. So those were the two I finally figured out last night. And I got the all clear on that one. Research facility. Yeah, these three I'm all stumped on still. Let's go to Temple Ruins. But where's the key? Box is weak. Box has key, BaBa is you. Keys open, doors shut and stop, walls stop, BaBa is BaBa. Yeah. So the problem here is like to get the key, I need a box. I missed the last 5 minutes of quick responder to hints because I paused the stream to avoid spoilers. Did I solve puzzles you haven't solved? If so, wow. Anyway, I have not responded to any hints. Did anyone give any hints? The double dot one. And the hints topic. The double dot one, yeah, that's just the double dot one I got immediately after I got the dot one, because the entire problem I had was the first like single dot one, where I didn't realize that once I break the raucous push, I can just get things out of there without without having to move the rock one step further. The double dot one has a very different idea. But that one, like, that required an idea I had already had on some other puzzle. So once I saw the situation, like, oh, I know what I need to do here. And then took some tinkering to figure out, same as it took me this time, just for the logistics, because you don't have that much space. But like, it was pretty clear for me what I had to do for the double dot one. The dot one, not so much. There, I was just fundamentally missing that. Yeah, once I break the raucous push, I can just stand on the rock while pushing something else out. So I think the idea here in this one is, I need to get a box. Well, I need to get something that can have a key, really. So can I make the sentence BaBa is you and weak? And it works. Okay. So the idea here I had was to form BaBa has box. That's already not going to work the way this is right now. So now if BaBa dies, I get a box. And then I can do box has key and get a key by smashing the box. An earlier puzzle you didn't solve, your thinking made me realize the probable solution to a different puzzle. BaBa has box. So the problem with this one is, this doesn't actually work. I mean, I can do this, I can suicide now and get a box. That doesn't help me because now there's no use, so I need... So really I need box and BaBa is you, which is the reason to do the box in the first place, because box is the only word I have twice. And that was the problem I had last time. So I have an idea of something that would work, but I don't see how to actually set up the rules because I'm just out of words, basically. I can do box and BaBa is you. Like BaBa isn't weak anymore, which makes my movement a lot easier right now. And now, as soon as BaBa dies, I will have a box, so that's not fatal. Does it help if I rearrange these maybe? But I don't think it does. Whoops. As ever, I can't just rearrange the BaBa SU one. Man, if I had a second and, like, I'd be set. Can I do this? This seems non-grammatical, and it is. Can I say weak is BaBa? I don't think so, no. I suppose I could say key is BaBa, but that doesn't help me at all. Key is BaBa has box works. Interesting. So maybe I need to experiment different ways I can form sentences or form rules. Box and BaBa is U has box. Does that work? I don't think so, but no. I've solved this one and have no recollection how. This one, like, it feels like I have the right idea of I need to create a box. The obvious way for me to get a box is to say BaBa has box and then have BaBa die, which means I need box and BaBa is U, so that as soon as BaBa dies, there's still something that I can play as, because otherwise I lose immediately. So BaBa has box and BaBa is U. These are really like necessary for that setup. And at this point, the problem is that I really have no way for BaBa to die. Like, at this stage, like, I really just need BaBa to die somewhere and run into some hazard, but there's nothing here that would kill me. The only way I can't kill myself, or that I can see how to kill myself, is by making BaBa also weak. Can I make an observation about that plan? Sure. Oh yeah, and the reason I'm doing this with box and not like say BaBa has key or something like that is because this whole suicide plan requires me to use a word that I have two of, because I need both the is U and the has box part. Dying and spawning a box is not different from just BaBa is box. It is, because BaBa is one of the rules. I can't say BaBa is box, else I would just do that. So the only reason I'm bothering with the box intermediary in the first place is because BaBa is BaBa. Oh, it's partly hidden. Let me just, sorry. Yeah. The point is really that if your goal is to do box has key, you can skip the middleman. I said, like, for box has key to do me any good, I need to have a box first. And this is the whole suicide thing I have to do with something I have two of. Because I needed both. I need in this position on the SU side and on the has box. I need to have a box first, but it doesn't increase the number of items it's about. I don't need to increase the number of items, I just need to have something that doesn't have the BaBa is BaBa rule. As soon as I have a box, I can say box is key. Or more specifically, I can say box is key and box has box. Box has box, yeah. No, if I say BaBa is key, open door, you're gone and die. No, I can say BaBa is, like BaBa has BaBa, for example. Like if I had those words, I could do that. Like I can just make, like, so the obvious one that I had, like, a couple levels ago was to have box has box, and then the item was sinking in water, but like every time that disappeared, it just spawned a new one. So I think this is like the principle of this should work, I think. Basically you have the key, would that be keys U at this point? I guess. Actually, no, that doesn't work because the key isn't push. So how would I even get the key there? Wait, key is not push. So I can't get the key into the door in the first place. Like I have just no way to make key as push. I figured out a way to kill BaBa. There's tons of, like, killing BaBa is not the hard part. I just do BaBa as weak and run into anything. What I'm not worrying about is that even if I manage to create a key, A key is open, but the key is never going to be push. There's no push in this entire thing. So, like, unless I find a way to magically spawn a key on the exact right square where the door is, which I can't because doors stop, like, the key just doesn't do me any good. So the question of, like, how do I get a key is kind of pointless. Because even if I had a key, I can't... The only places I can spawn the key are places where it doesn't need to be, which is not on the door, and I can't make the key push ever, since that word isn't even in the level. So I don't think the key is ever going to help. So I think I need a different plan after all. That is about the rule, but whoops, that doesn't help me. I mean, so far, like, I'm just restating things that I thought about this the first time I started this puzzle, and I still have no better idea how to attack it. And my plan doesn't actually work. Since, like, or at least I have no idea how to implement it, since I can't, like, with the things I have, I don't see how to form the rules I need to pull it off. I feel like this was one of those levels that could be worth coming back to after you've seen some more stuff. Literally all the levels I haven't, like, I'm out of levels that I know how to solve at this point. Like, they're all like that, I think. I can try a different one, but is this one I've done? No. This is actually not one I've tried. Okay, so wall and doors stop, BaBa is you, keys open, doors shut, love is win. Box is weak, box is push. Hey Pithno, well, you're welcome. Yeah, basically got to the point where at 20 available levels I tried and couldn't solve. Yep. That seems to be the trajectory here. So box being weak means I can do this and break it. Actually, this might be relevant to what Sean said. If I say boxes push, oh, this has is awkward. This has is awkwardly. Whoops. Boxes push. Box has key. Problem is, so I can do this. No, actually, this key spawns on the square where I don't need it. I thought I could make, like, if I break the box, I could make the key spawn on the door. But this has the exact same problem with the key that I described on the last level, where the key, like, I can't make the key push. No, I can't make the key push. I can totally make the key push. But with the way the has is up there, I can do this, but I can't do this trick twice. Basically, if this has wasn't in the top row, I think I could wrangle this into something that just solves the entire thing. Because I could do, say, one thing that would help would be a box has box has key and box. So then after the first box breaks, I get a second one. Problem is, that sentence needs 2 instances of box. One of them I can move pretty freely. The second one is sandwiched against this wall, and I'm not getting it off there. Oh, but I can push it up. I can push it up. Box has key and box. Box is push. And box is weak. So I push it against this. Boom. Now I make the key push. Haha, the box keeps breaking. It's fine. I have a key factory now. I feel like that was more keys than I needed. Okay. So that one I could reason my way through. Can I do the same thing here? Thing is, I still get this is like my thing from this previous thing still hinged on being able to have the key push. What previous solution? I haven't solved it. I just have a plan I haven't been able to implement because I can't make the first stage of said plan work. Like that's the thing. Like I have this plan that I think works. The only problem is I don't know how to make the first stage of that plan happen. Ghost is push. Skull's defeat. Flag is win. Well, stop BaBa is you and there's no flag. Congrats, you have haunted yourself. Welcome to depression. That is not new. God damn it. So the problem with this, like, this is the same one I had in the earlier one. With the cog and the robot. The thing I actually want the ghosts there. I can't push them through walls. It would be nice if the ghost could just go through walls, because that would make things simpler, I think. But this game being what it is, it wouldn't just say that ghosts can go through walls. It would be a rule with a verb that allows them to do that, or an adjective. If I can make the skulls be something else. Basically, if I can... I don't even need the skulls to be something else, honestly. If I can just get rid of the skulls to feed, I'm good. Then I can just walk over there and say, grab the win up top and say, skulls win, and then I'm good. So my plan has to be, or a plan would be, to get rid of the skull's defeat somehow, which is easier said than done. I think my solution, having infinity keys, was strictly a feature. Like, the fact that the box and the key being on the same square just means the box keeps breaking is awesome. Everything about that was good. So I can make the ghosts move, obviously. only nouns I have are ghost, skull, and flag. And flag really, I had, like, that's so far off the way. Like, until I've basically solved the puzzle, I'm not getting there. So I only have ghost and skull to work with. And skull I also only can work with indirectly if I make the ghost push something there through the skulls. And unfortunately, the skull's defeat is already like, that is a full sentence. Like I could, and I don't have any noun to make the skull something. Well, I could make something else into a skull, which would not help me at all. Current level is Perilous Gang. And it's Ruin 7. I can't actually read it since the webcam is over the text. If I could make anything, I feel like I have to break the skull's defeat. That's really my only option, since the flag is win is so far off. Like, breaking the skull's defeat when I can't go through there and have to do it through the ghosts, it's like already I don't see how to do that, but the flag is win is so much worse, since I need to turn corners at least twice. More. So I need to go left to right, then I'm gesticulating with the mouse that you can't see. Wait a second. That is fixable. Alright, so my thinking is, so I want to ultimately get at the win here. To get through there from here, I would need to go first like horizontally here, then I need to turn the corner here, turn again, and just pull that down here, and then it's like, oh wait, like that's just never gonna happen. So like I have to change the skull's defeat to something else, which really mostly means I need to change the defeat. I just need to basically have a ghost start push the defeat over. Which means, like, if I could say it boils down to I need to find a way to make the ghost turn a corner remotely, which I have no idea how to do. Because if I could make the ghost go over here and then walk up from here, like, I'm good. Like, it moves the defeat away, and at that point I can just walk wherever I want. And I have 2 ghosts. The only problem being that if one of them is move, both of them are move. And they can push each other, so that is like... Do you want confirmation? No, I'm just talking to myself. This feels like the same problem as in... Where's the level? That was... over here, I think. Which one? Wireless connection, was that the one? Yeah, this one. Where I have the same problem if I need to get across this bog here. Which I can because bog is defeat, so I have to do it with one of the movers. I feel like any solution for this one has to involve grabbing the win and getting it over. But the problem with that is that, like, to get that, I need to, like, somehow, like, say on this horizontal, get over here, turn a corner, push it down to get it out of this cubbyhole. Complex movement to get it over here, and then push here, which is that's not gonna happen with move. So I still have no idea for this one. Which other ones do I have? Evaporating river. Oh, this fucker. Yeah. This much, I know. Flag is push. The cog is push, but it's melt. So, like, this one I was this far. I can do, say, sink as water. Whoops. Or some other sentence that just doesn't work but doesn't break anything. And then I need to just like be able to push this one further. Which means like if I could get the cog over here, if I could get this cog over here, to push this one further, now I can do this. But unfortunately I can't because the cog is melted and the water is hot. So if I try this, the cog disappears. And I get cog blocked. And if it weren't for this wall here, I could just push this up and have BaBa's win and win immediately. So maybe this entire flag thing is just a giant, elaborate deception, and I really need to figure out how to make the wall not be stopped. One thing that I can do, a well-formed sentence, that will make everything strictly worse for me. It's like now that water is not sink, I can say water is skull. And now I really lose. Oh. No, no. Fuck. I thought I could just form cog as water. Water as cog. But that required reading the sentence from bottom to top, which is not how this works. Cog is push and melt. Let's just reset this. I probably don't want the water. It sinks, so just move this bed. So the obvious one here is flag is win, which you can get very close to, but I don't see how to actually pull that off. One second, I'll be right back. Yeah. I feel as though the whole flag is win thing is just totally trolling. And I should figure out how to make BaBa as win instead. Except I don't see how to get rid of the wall of stop at all. What's the name? Evaporating River. That sounds like a big fucking hint right there. Another way to make the water go away that is just as bad as my skull's option is to say water's wall. Now there's no river anymore and I'm also completely screwed. Just joined. How does this game work? Oh god. Actually, I'm just gonna for people who are watching and are very confused, I don't know how many of you there are, but I'm just going to show you the first level or something. See this thing? Wall stop, BaBa is you, and like a couple other words here. The idea is there's a current set of active rules. In this case, BaBa is you and wall is stop, like these things here. These need to be arranged in a certain form to form complete sentences that are slightly disgrammatical, but like, okay. If I do this and push this wall thing, like wall is not stop anymore. So at this point I can just walk through walls because the thing that makes walls stop me is the rule wall is stop. If I put this back, I can walk through walls. But if I break this rule, walls are no obstacle. And at this point, I just want to win. So the obvious thing here is to build the sentence flag is win. Oops, actually. And then you can touch the flag and you win. In this case, an alternative solution would be that, okay, you break the wall, stop. And get the is here, grab the win, and say BaBa is win. BaBa is the character I control, this elephant thingy or whatever that is. And then I win immediately. And like, if I do something slightly more complicated, grass is stop. It's like in this case, note grass is stop, but nothing says anything about walls. So this is one of the many instances of the game kind of thumbing its nose at you. Because like, yeah, you used to like, oh, I'm inside walls, I can go out. No, you can go wherever you want, just not through grass. Whoops. So basically, oh, and you also have a single is that you can work with, so you need to arrange them in a cross shape. That's another one of the things you learn in this level, I guess. So grab the win. Now flag is win. Ta-da. Elephant thingy, wow. I mean, what else? Like, what is BaBa even? It looks kind of elephanty to me. Any chance there's another CPU microarchitecture tech talk being planned? Not really. Like, I'm not happy with how they came out, so I kind of stopped doing them. What does sync do? Sync makes things sync. Like, literally. If something is sync, then it syncs. No trunk, no elephanty ears? Like, I don't know, man. Like, there's some floppy ear thingy there. And like that front leg, just by its positioning, that is so far in front that it always just makes me think trunk. This is another one of those where I have no idea. The basic plan here is to somehow get here, and if you get here, you just go down, grab the win, push it out, and do whatever. Bolt is win, and touch the bolt and you win. Problem with that is, well, how do you actually do this? So I could try to just go in here and take the direct route. Problem is, if I do this, to get to this last square, to get in here in the first place, I need to start pushing the defeat. And once I get here, I form Skull's defeat. And I also can't go any further because at that point, I destroy the BaBa as you, and then nobody is me anymore, and I'm just done. But at this point, I can't go here because Skull's defeat, and I can't go here because Skull's defeat. So that one doesn't work. Of course, the obvious solution doesn't work. Kiki is also defeat. So it's like, a three-legged elephant, that makes so much more sense. I don't know, Sean, what makes you think that elephants don't have accidents. I mean, they're big and they're robust, but it's all kinds of animals lose legs sometimes. I know several cats and dogs with 3 legs. So I don't know why the idea of a 3-legged elephant is so absurd to you. Anyway, Kiki means I can't go here, because if I touch that, I lose. Defeat means that if the player character touches something that is defeat, they lose. However, nobody cares, Bolt is push fight now. Nobody cares if the Bolt touches Kiki. That's just PG. And then I can go one further and go to Bolt's move. And then the problem with that is the Bolt collapses here because the skull is hot and Bolt is melt. If something is hot and something is melt, the melt thing disappears or just gets despawned once it hits the hot thing. No, it's not safe to talk about Game of Thrones in this chat, because I haven't seen any of the season 8 episodes yet. I have seen seasons 1 through 7, but nothing from season 8 yet. So not even that is safe. Feel free to spoil anything from Game of Thrones season 1. That's fair game at this point. Can he defeat Kiki with Bolt? Not so much defeat, the Bolt just goes through Kiki. The Bolt doesn't care. The only problem with things that are defeat are for player characters. So if I set up the Bolt so it will go in that direction, sorry. I always make this mistake. See, it just goes through. They don't interact at all. Because there's nothing that says... Matrix 1 to 3 spoilers. Go ahead. Also, Citizen Kane spoilers, totally fair game. In fact, I'm going to be very generous and just say any movie made before 1955, spoilers, fair game in this chat. So defeat is Bolt does not work. The word order matters. So noun is like defeat is sort of a noun, but like for this purpose, it's actually like a verb in this game. I guess to defeat is a verb. So noun is verb works, or noun is adjective. Noun is noun works and turns everything of one type into another. Noun is verb or noun is adjective works, but adjective is noun or verb is noun does not work. You can't say defeat is X, that is correct. I only now realized that basically nouns are the things that are white on black, or just colored on black. The functional words like is and so on are just always white on black, and the things that are reverse colored are quote unquote verbs. They're not always verbs in English, but like for the purpose of this game, they are verbs. Do you think this game could be good if the words were assembly opcodes and register names? What does that have to do with anything? That's just a reskin. Also, that's implying that this game is not good, which is not something I subscribe to. I think this game is good. It's also fucking hard. Sorry. So anyway, the goal with sending a bolt down here is that basically if you can disable the skull is hot rule. Actually, then what? Oh yeah, if you can move the skull over here, then I can just walk in here and just like, then there's just a is defeat here and the skull's over here, so at that point I'm not dead, basically. Yeah, it's not really an assembly type thing, it's more a logic programming type thing. And this game is running an inference engine. It's really not very imperative. This is more of a fixed point iteration type thing, which just makes me think of like declarative or logic programming languages like Prolog or Datalog is sort of the closest thing. All right. So here's the thing I tried originally. I think I actually need one more, but we'll see. Alright, so skull's over here now. Now I can grab the defeat and walk over here and grab the win. And all is good, except I don't have an is because all my is are over here. And I don't have any noun to apply the win to. So that's kind of my dilemma. I think I'm not sure if the rules are applied in order or not. I've seen some fairly I've not looked at the construction closely, but there's some really complicated things that people are doing. Maybe all the complications across turns though. Anyway. This is how far I've gotten so far with this level. And I feel like the basic idea is useful, but the basic problem of having the bolt is moved be pushed so far I can't recover any of the words. It's kind of a bummer. Let's first rule things out. Wall is stop is surrounded by walls, so I'm never gonna get rid of that rule. Therefore, any walls in this level are actually also fixed. So Kiki's defeat is not gonna change, Boltus melt is not gonna change. BaBa is you. I can break. We saw that earlier. And that is pretty much a no-win scenario for me. Skull is hot, I can break. What exactly happens with this? So now bolt is also defeat. That seems bad, like if my plan was to do something with a bolt. Yeah, I still have no idea for this one either. And prison. Prison, like, I had absolutely no idea. So the basic problem with this one is I need to get the win from outside the walls. Unfortunately, wall is stop. I feel like prison is like the great tower of sausages of this game. I never even got that far in Steven's sausage roll. I think I solved like 2 or 3 puzzles in Steven's sausage roll total. Maybe 4. That game combined like everything I hate about puzzle games. It was very Sokoban-esque, which is the kind of puzzle I like least, because my geometric reasoning skills are non-existent. So the problem with this one is clearly I have to figure out a way to sabotage the walls. Because while we're stuck inside here, nothing interesting is happening. This area is island and this level is prison. Like, Steven's sausage roll I just found unpleasant to play for a couple of reasons. The first is that, like, I get that it's going for a particular visual aesthetic, but I just found the game ugly as shit. This is like, I'm sorry, but like, production value wise, that was low enough that I just couldn't look past it. And the puzzles themselves are also like very Sokoban-esque of it really, really matters, like planning ahead exactly how you're gonna move and so on, which is just the worst. Like, I can't think, that's not the kind of puzzle I like dealing with. The Sokoban like aspects of this game are also like the part I least enjoy about it. Luckily, so far at least, it's not leaning into that particularly badly. I haven't solved 10. It's behind 9. So the issue here is clearly I need a way to find a way to sabotage the wall stuff. but I don't see how to actually do that. Silly question again. Can BaBa be wall? Yes. In fact, let's do the very first one. All right, BaBa is you, flag is win, wall is stock, rock is push. So I can walk over here to the flag, which is win, and I'm good. However, that is for cowards. I can break wall or stop. First, I can just walk out of here, because like, it's not like this is the end of the playfield. If there's no actual limiter, I can just walk outside of here. Second, wall is not stop anymore, so I can walk through walls, right? I can do BaBa as wall, and then BaBa turns into a wall, and I'm dead. Because there's no U anymore. I can also do wall as U, and now I play as the walls. And as soon as the walls touch the flag, I win. Like, this game gets weird. And actually, like, becoming the wall is a fairly common trick. Like, if you can make that happen in a puzzle, that's usually a thing you want to do. So in this level, I can also like do the same thing. I can form, whoops. You already see the problem. If I break the BaBa as you, I'm just dead. Well, I'm not actually dead, like BaBa is still alive, but I don't control BaBa anymore. Man, they could just make walls push. I have no idea where to even start with this one. Like, it's very clear that I need to get out, but like how? I mean, I don't see any of these words help me. And mainly the one I want to change, the sentence I want to change something about is wall to stop, but like with the way it's positioned, I don't see how to. I don't even have a spare is. So the one thing I can form easily is Kiki is push. And now I can literally push Kiki around. I have no idea. Like, I don't even know where to start here. Yeah, I have no idea. I don't think I've ever looked at this one. It's an extra level, which means it's going to be even harder, but BaBa is U and open. That's a variant of one we already had. Huh. I don't even want to think about this right now. walls of gold was this? Wall is win, rock is win. BaBa is you, rock is push. Wall and ice is stop. Ah. The problem is that everything that's win is either stop or push. That seems like progress. Now I basically need to make the rock not be push. Or I can try to form BaBa as win. Yeah, like ice I can't do anything with. I don't need the wall is anymore. Oops. So far I'm feeling pretty good about this. The only question is I need to either get rid of rock as push. Oh. It has to be rock as push I get rid of. Or I need to turn it into something else. I can form wall as you. When wall doesn't win anymore. Ah. Sparkle? These are just awkward. Move them away. Ta-da! Oh wow. Hooray, I can get the credits. I don't wanna. Forest, rocket trip is 6, flower garden is 7. Forest of fall is 4. Just anything to give me new levels that might be easy. Credits, welcome to the boss level. I haven't looked at it. But it had a lot of things in it, which makes me think it's probably not that hard. Generally, the ones with fewer elements are the hardest for me. Well, we'll see. Lava Stella. What does that mean? Teleport. I can also just stay here. Okay. Flag is win. The idea is sound, but I don't want that sentence there. Clearly I can make the left push and then transport the teleporters around. Problem with that being right now the teleporters on both sides of the river. Which doesn't really work for me. Because if I push like one of the hearts, I'm assuming I can find a way to finagle a heart here. Then like if that keeps teleporting between these two positions, that's not good for me. An idea how to do this, but that's terrible. Terrible, I tell you. Wait. Oh, because I broke the push. That didn't quite do what I wanted it to. And now it will keep teleporting between two places I can't reach, which is awesome. You can always undo it. I'm always undoing the entire time. I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. What do you think I'm doing? Like holding undo for like a minute while it's undoing 200 moves is also stupid. So that's why I use reset when I actually want to rewind the entire level. But I do use undo I do use undo all the time, especially when I've again moved something I didn't mean to move, which happens all the time. You seemed hesitant to try something. No, I just had no idea what to try, which is a different thing. If I can do this exact configuration, But with it on the other heart, that's all good. Wait. Maybe I'm thinking about this wrong. I could probably also teleport the water. Yup, sure can. That works. Get a new extra heart level. Can jars be plastic, or does that make it a pot? To me, jars can absolutely be plastic, and the difference between pot and jar is for the most part one of volume and aspect ratio. If it's much wider than it's tall, it's probably not a jar. If it can hold several liters, I wouldn't probably call it a jar. So the thing that gets me as a non-native English speaker is, so in German, pan is reserved for something that is fairly flat, like a frying pan. But over here you also have saucepans, which I would just call pots. Like, to me, these are pots. These are sauce pots, not saucepans. But they are called saucepans. And that is crazy pants. Pants, not pans, that is. Plant pots, yeah, also pot plants, yes. And pottery. Crock pots, which, to be fair, are also used for cooking. But so the idea from last time doesn't really work here, because the Lovis Teller is on the other side of the flag. And like what we did relied on reconfiguring what things teleport on the fly. Pan equals no lid and shell and or has long handle. I have pans as in actual pans that have a lid, like frying pan style. But like sometimes you actually do have things where you're supposed to put a cover on the pan, and I have a pan with a lid. Also, my saucepans definitely have lids. So I don't think your taxonomy actually works. Saucepans are usually not that shallow. They don't have very large volume, but they have the really typical aspect ratio of a normal pot, really. No, curved sides is also not true. So like a saucepan is really just a pot, but they're called pans for some reason. So the way I normally use pan, like in German, Pfanne, is like, yeah, if it's shallow and wide, it's a pan. But a saucepan has straight up sides. A saucepan isn't a pan, it's a saucepan. No. I'm not gonna let you off that easy. English isn't agglomerative the way German is, except when it is, though. Kia's pull. Uh-oh. Yeah, that does exactly what I think it would. Oh. This is as far as we can go. Yeah, this is getting kind of Sokobani now. I did it wrong. This is super awkward already. So my idea is to just basically get Kiki to run against the wall and then pull the key over there. Trying to get it down here was just wrong. So I need to get Kiki on the right row. Do I though? Might be way easier for me. To just stop Kiki when she's on the right row, or he, or whatever. On the right row. Say I put the key here. If I do this now, it's like one off, right? Yeah. Need to be careful with how I do this. I need to be able to get both of these out. All right. Now I can make a key move. Is Kiki red herring? No. But at least in my solution, it was pretty important to use Kiki. It's like, I could try to just navigate across this whole insanity with pull, but that seemed like I was trying to, how do I make it turn this corner and then this corner with pull? It's like, oh god, that's just not happening. So Kiki is key. All right. Rocky road. Love is teleport and push. Foliage is defeat. Flag is win. Water is melt and defeat. Love is hot. And now I'm screwed. Where am I? Yeah. Interesting. I really want both of these words on this side. Yeah, basically if the rules for love were on the other side, I'd have an idea how to deal with this, but I don't. Wie oft hast du Witze mit Blumengießen hören müssen? 0 Mal. Das ist nicht ein einziges Mal passiert. Mit der Stadt Gießen allerdings andauernd. Und viel mit Gregor Gysi. I know that wasn't very satisfying to watch, but I was just thinking about how to do this. Like, there wasn't even like any significant interior monologue. I just needed to work this through in my head. Without like there was no verbalization at all. It's just like this should, yeah. Multiple BaBas. Door is shut and stop. Key is open. Text is float. Tree is stop. BaBa is you. Ice is teleport. God damn it. Okay. BaBa, top BaBa can make the teleport on. Now bottom BaBa can escape. How do I get the key to top BaBa? Any other rules about ice? No. Can't really do anything. Maybe. How do I get the key to the door? How does the float figure into this? Just out of curiosity, can I teleport the word is? No. If it's float, it doesn't teleport. So if it's float, that's an important thing to know. So this is not going to be based around me teleporting. Well, basically if I could teleport this around, I could do really weird shit, potentially. Like if I could teleport the ice blocks around, push the ice blocks around, I could teleport words like the is out of wall, stop, and so on. And that would really break it wide open. But I can't. Can't teleport any of the words. Which means the only things I can really teleport are the flag, the ice blocks, and BaBa. Walls, potentially. Man, if it was tree is defeat and not tree is stop, I totally know how to do this. Because then I could just push this over here. Oh God. Somebody stop me from trying what I'm about to try. Haha. The answer is this does nothing. Maybe not nothing. No. That's the solution. I just need to do it with the BaBas in the right place. Careful about the positioning. I can align them a bit better. Like this. Placement there. I need to reposition first. Oh, wrong direction. Squash, squash, squash. Yes. Yep. All right. I'm not sure if I'm up for another one, honestly. I think I'm gonna stop now. So I've been doing this 2.5 hours, and this is actually hard. So I think I'll just stop here. Thanks everybody for watching, and see you around.